in this video I'm going to cover what's the best laptop to buy in 2023, and I'm making this video because one of my members asked me the same question, right? What should I get? Should I get something with the Intel i3, i5, i7 or something like that, right? So that's why I'm making this video to guide you in this decision. Now, there are some assumptions, right? The assumption is that you are doing like sales or network marketing, stuff like that, right? So I'll be coming from that point of view because like we are in education, we're doing network marketing. So that will be the use case, all right? Now, if you're a video editor, that one will be a different story. So my recommendation is when you're looking for a laptop, right, do not go for the Intel chips. Previously, Krystle was using the MacBook Pro 16 with the Intel chip, and we paid about 10,000 plus for that. And it was like kind of slow, which is out of my expectation. Like, why is it so slow? And the fans were spinning. So eventually, Apple launched the M1 MacBook Air. So okay, a bit skeptical at that time, but never mind. I just bought it, M1 MacBook Air, and I was surprised like how much faster it was. Even it was like, I paid like 4,000 plus for that MacBook Air, but it was 3 times faster than Krystle's 10,000 Intel MacBook Pro 16. So that was like, okay, that's how good the M1, the Apple chips are. So after using it for 1 year, we used the same laptop to get our income up to 25,000 a month in Vikistrand. And because that's how powerful it is, so that got us to upgrade to the MacBook Pro 16 with the M1 Pro chip. And right now, like my entire setup at the back is all run using the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. Now, as a network marketer or if you're in sales, right, when you're looking for a laptop, you want something that is easy to use. You want something fast. You want something to communicate with your team, or you want to communicate with your customers or your prospects, right? Now, communication is the key. You want something that you are able to communicate easily and quickly with. If you don't have a budget, I would recommend the M2 MacBook Air. Why? Because it is so thin and so light, and it's the latest chip, which is the M2 chip. I kind of like it, even though like right now I'm using the MacBook Pro 16. It is so heavy, and it is so like every time I put it in my bag, I want to take it out. It's like, my goodness, it's like so heavy, you know what I mean? But of course the screen is good, the screen is big, the speakers are good, but it's very tiring. So that's why, like, for versatility, right, I would recommend the M2 MacBook Air. If let's say if you feel like, okay, that's too expensive, I want something cheaper, I will go back to the M1 MacBook Air again, but don't buy it brand new because it's an old model. It's a 2019 model. So you will want to go on like Carousel or Facebook Marketplace to find second-hand MacBook Airs, okay? The second-hand ones, even though it's used, but it is still very fast, and you get to save about 1 or 2, maybe you can save 1 or 2,000 ringgit from there. I would recommend that. Use that as a starting laptop if you're just getting started in sales or in network marketing. That would be a good starter laptop. But eventually, as you progress in your career, as you feel like you want to do more, then by all means you can upgrade. But so far, I think the MacBook Air is a very good starting point for people if you're looking for a new laptop. And now let's talk about the specs. What specs should I have? What specs should I use? How much RAM? How much hard disk space do I need? Now, if you're going with the M1 MacBook Air, I think just keep it at the 8 gigabytes of RAM is good enough, right? Because with the Apple MacBooks, especially with the M1 or M2 chips, right, 8 gig is like 16 gig on an Intel chip, right? 16 gig is like 32 gigs on an Intel chip. So I think you'll be doing just fine with 8 gigs. But if you feel like you want to do more, then you can, if you want, you can upgrade to a 16 gig. But I think 8 gig is just fine. 16 gig would be, a bonus for you. What I really recommend is that you upgrade the storage, because the base one usually is about 256 gig. Not enough, okay? Unless you are just purely using your MacBook for web browsing, WhatsApp or Telegram or Zoom. Unless you're just doing that, streaming videos on YouTube, it's okay. But the moment if you find yourself downloading stuff, like for example, we download our Zoom recordings. The moment you're downloading stuff, right, I think 256 is going to run out of space very fast unless you use an external hard disk. So I recommend if you were to upgrade something on the MacBook, the highest priority would be to upgrade the hard disk. 512 will be a comfortable amount so that you don't like, oh, I need to transfer out stuff, you know, I'm running out of this space. 512 gig would be the comfortable amount. But if you're like us, we are, you know, right, we are doing video editing, right, because we do a lot of videos like this right now for our channel. 1 terabyte SSD would be very very comfortable. Okay, 512 gig would be the minimum, so I recommend you update that. So okay, just a quick summary. What laptop should you get? I would recommend as a starter is the base model M2 MacBook Air. You can upgrade the storage to 512 gig. But if that is, you know, out of your budget range, then just get a second-hand M1 MacBook Air. It is very slim, it's very light, it's very thin, it's very nice, very beautiful, and you can get it second-hand on the Carousel or Facebook as well. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. Now for us, we are doing education, helping children to learn effectively with just 10 to 15 minutes per day. At the same time, we are also looking for people who would like to join us on this journey of empowering education. So if you would like to help children in their education and at the same time you want to earn a side income, we welcome you to join our network marketing team. The link is in the description below. All right, Sean here. If you found this video useful, just give it a like. You can subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments if you have anything you'd like to know, any questions or any suggestions on what our next video will be. Let us know in the comments. Okay, Sean here. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.